Hey there, everyone. It is May 2nd, 2025, and we're going to get into what we've got going here and another update for our character creator, because that's now what we're shooting for creating. For creating a character creator. We're going to call it Character Forge, though, and I'll show the progress in there for a second, but I kind of want to illustrate a problem that I had to fix. So basically, when you have character creator, you have a lot of editable attributes, nose position, cheeks, things like that. And so what I've gone and done is created a nice set of geometry nodes that sets this up for me. So basically, we have our little example cube right here. If I go into weight paint mode, we can see we have this distortion here, or sorry, distortion, this weight paint here. And this is the selection that we want to make editable. And then what our node graph here is doing is it's taking that attribute and creating other attributes from that. Specifically, since we're using shape keys as the foundation of our character editor, it's creating like a left-right direction, an up-down direction, and a forward-back direction. So let me go ahead and just duplicate this. And we're going to mesh this. And then I'll actually just convert the shape keys right now so we can view the shape keys by themselves. So you can see here, we got the little wobble in, wobble out. And I'm naming these very specifically in order to filter them later and kind of condense them. Because, you know, this is the negative direction, positive direction, but it's really just one slider, right? Start at 0, go to 1, or vice versa. Or -1. Now, I messed up my grouping here. I must have done that. That's another point. Okay, so now that, and since we have these, we can do this for every vertex group we create, we can create a set of these shape keys from that. So what the nodes actually do is create a vector offset. So per point, it assigns a vertex value for the position it should end up at. And that's the same as a shape key. Shape keys are just for each point, here's a vector. That's the displacement that the shape key creates. They're pretty simple at their core, but they're just kind of fragile to work with most of the time. Geometry nodes can really save you some time, but we have a few sets of shape keys. We have our offset shape keys, scale shape keys, which is this middle section, and then our displacement shape keys. And then they all come out right here with these negative and positive values. Super, super useful. And if we go over to our boy Daro, we can see that we've set up all of these attributes on our character. Right in here, we got so many shape keys. I'm not going to export it again because with this many shape keys, it takes about 2 minutes to export. It is a denser file, which is one of the downsides of using shape keys. But if we didn't use shape keys, we'd have to use bones, and that's even more challenging. So shape keys are kind of a nice way to do it. Now, we've already gone ahead and integrated those changes into our actual character creator app. So this is where we're currently at with it. We've got a few of the characters here on the right that we can select. Daro, Darothic, Julian, some outfits. But right now we're just focusing on this one model, Daro, and being able to select, once we add the body into the scene, it's in our scene objects, we can select it, and then we get all the controls. There's a few of these that I will be getting rid of, like the VRC, stuff like that. And if we go here, you can see we have some sliders. So let's do one that, let's just do this one. So horizontal, we can move the cheeks in and out, zoom in a little. And we can begin editing our character. So pretty nice. I think there's a few other things I might want to try and do with this setup, like smoothing the positions. But overall, very, very useful. Looks like our naming might be a little bit off. We need like the vertical rather than saying, this one says horizontal, but this one just says positive. It should say vertical. We can also scale, which is super handy. Scale it up. You displace it, shrink it, vice versa. You can see, and then so all of these attributes are editable. Some of them aren't proper just yet or completely fixed. And so we get stuff like this. But I think the most illustrative one of how nice it's going to be, we need to make some controls to reset values, is the mouth. If I can find that. Cheeks, nose, mouth. If I move this in and out, or sorry, up and down, I think you get a good feel for how different the character can look. But either way, still, this is the foundation of our editor. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the update. Did take a while to get to this point. I keep encountering an issue where the browser was caching or saving a work in progress version of my character creator. So I'd be working for a while. Some of the changes would be making it through, and then other times it'd reach this point where it's like, I'm making changes and those aren't coming through. And so I've been forced to just disable caching entirely for this web page. I hope that's not an issue down the line with our web version, but it was a really annoying problem to encounter. Anyway, we're going to call it here. Thank you for checking it out. See you in the next one. Bye.